Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. There are so many ongoing BL series right now, and while it's exciting to have such a wide selection, not every show manages to keep you hooked. Some are definite standouts, while others still have some catching up to do. In today's video, I'll be sharing my honest thoughts on 7 ongoing BL series I'm currently watching, highlighting the ones I've really been enjoying, as well as a few that I'm still hoping will pick up. I hope you enjoy the video, and without wasting any more time, let's dive right in. Number 1. Knockout. Among all the new couples we've been introduced to this year, this is definitely among those I was looking forward to. From the start, I thought their visuals were stunning, and I couldn't wait to see how their chemistry would play out on screen. And honestly, they've lived up to my expectations. Their chemistry is great. They look amazing together, and they've been really fun to watch so far. The storyline grabbed my attention early on, especially because it was promoted as a boxing-centered series, and it actually follows through on that. I really appreciate that, because a lot of series tend to shift all their focus onto the romance and end up neglecting the main plot. But in this case, they've struck a solid balance. The boxing aspect is genuinely interesting and well executed, and at the same time, the romance still gets enough attention to make things engaging. That said, I do feel like the relationship between the main couple moved way too quickly. By episode 4, things escalated to a level that didn't quite feel earned yet. I feel that their relationship hadn't developed enough for such a fast jump. There was just a quick shift from them not getting along to suddenly bonding to the extent of getting into a romantic relationship. I really wish we got to see more of their flirty moments and a gradual build-up to their feelings. So I think it would have been great to see just a few more episodes before them becoming a couple. That being said, I've been loving the overall storyline, and this is among the few I look forward to each week. Number 2. The Next Prince. When it comes to BL series from Mandy, none of them have ever really stood out to me until now. The Next Prince is the first one that genuinely has me hooked. From the pilot alone, I felt like this was something we haven't seen before that could be really amazing if executed well. I really had high expectations with how good the pilot was. The premise is so intriguing and the delivery has been really good, and it's living up to my expectations. The production is really good, and I'm also loving the cinematography. Zia and Nunu have really stepped up their acting since the last time we saw them. And honestly, I can't imagine a better pair to play Kanan and Sharan. They just fit the roles so well, especially visually. When it comes to the story, one thing I especially appreciate is the slow burn between Kanan and Sharan. I think it adds a layer of realism that makes the story feel more grounded. Considering Kanan's royal status and the fact that Sharan was raised in Emily, following rules and doing everything by the book, it makes complete sense that he'd be cautious about stepping over the line, especially given his relationship with the king. That hesitation adds so much depth to his character. But even with his walls up, I think it's becoming pretty clear that he is already falling in love, and I can't wait to see how he begins to open up and express those feelings more. Number 3. Boys in Love. This series has been everything I expected it to be, and I think that's exactly what's making it so enjoyable. It's cute, genuinely funny, and every couple stands out in their own way. I'm loving each of them. The no uniform concept gives the series a fresh vibe we haven't really seen in Thai BL before, and it makes the whole thing feel new and fun. When I first started watching, I was mainly excited for Pod and Popping, and they've definitely been a fun pair. But to my surprise, I've found myself even more invested in Aston and Chokin. I didn't expect to love their pairing as much as I do, but they've completely stolen the spotlight for me. Their chemistry is incredible, and every scene with them puts a smile on my face. Their story is just so sweet, and I love how obsessed they are with each other. I look forward to them the most in the series. I also have to add that the acting from both main couples is good. They've been doing amazingly. Overall, this is another feel-good series from GMM TV, and I'm loving it. From the laughs to the heartfelt moments, it's been such a fun and heartwarming watch so far. Number 4. My Sweetheart Jom. One of the comebacks I was really looking forward to this year was Saints, and it feels so good to see him back on screen again. I love this kind of role for him. His character feels more mature and grounded than in his past work, and I really prefer that. Now, to be honest, when this series was announced, I wasn't that intrigued by the plot. The only thing I was genuinely excited about was seeing Saint again. And now, after actually watching it, I think it's a pretty easy series to watch. It's light, funny, and I do like it to an extent. I actually want to acknowledge the 3 kids. They're doing a great job. Their performances have been really solid, and they're definitely a highlight of the series. I also vaguely remember Poom from The Sign as he didn't have much screen time there. So watching him in a lead role now really made me realize how good his acting is. I really hope this won't be the first and last time we see him in a main role. As for the couple itself, I'll be honest, the chemistry between them isn't the strongest. It doesn't quite hit the way I hoped it would. The pacing is good though. I feel that things are progressing well between them. Number 5. Pit Babe Season 2. I recently decided to give Pit Babe another try after putting it on hold after episode 2. I was genuinely excited for this second season, but honestly, it just felt very underwhelming for me. Even after catching up on the latest 3 episodes, I still don't feel that pull to keep watching. There's been plenty happening plot-wise, but nothing has really stood out or felt exciting enough to keep me invested. We finally got some development between Ping and Nut, but it didn't hit the way I expected. I feel very disconnected from the character because of him apparently being Chris and not Wei. It's clearly suspicious, and yet everyone seems to trust him right away. I just feel that somehow he's working with Tony and possibly has powers to block Pete from reading his true intentions, or is a shapeshifter like I've seen people suggest. Either way, knowing Tony is still alive and what he's capable of, everyone just seems too relaxed about it. When it comes to Babe and Charlie, I've been finding it hard to stay emotionally invested in their storyline. While I understand Babe is meant to be the central focus, I wish the screen time was evenly shared across the couples. The ongoing situation involving Babe, Charlie, and Willie just isn't working for me. And instead of evolving, their dynamic has become increasingly frustrating to watch. That's why I'm really hoping we get more development for Kenda and Kim, as well as Sonic and North. It would be disappointing to reach the finale only to see that they've once again made no progress. As for the new Chris character, I'm still holding out hope that he's actually Wei. If that's the case, I think I could finally connect with their arc, because right now, it just feels like Pete is trying to be with Chris simply because he looks like Wei, which just makes the whole thing less enjoyable. Number 6. The X Morning. I'm genuinely loving this series so far. It feels like such a breath of fresh air. From the very first episode, it had a solid start that left me excited for what's next. The story is said to be inspired by Singto and Chris' real-life journey of their years' separation and them reuniting once again after Singto's return to GMMTV, mirroring their characters' arc so beautifully, and that added layer makes everything feel more heartfelt. Both actors have grown so much over the past years, and watching them come back together after following their individual paths is really heartwarming. I actually love that they didn't continue working together back to back. The break gave us time to miss them as a duo, and this reunion feels all the more rewarding. I also really appreciate the flashbacks to their college days. It's somehow bringing back memories of SOTUS in the best way. I do have to say, however, that episode 2 had some sound issues which I hope won't persist in future episodes. Episode 3 didn't seem to have that issue, and I'm glad, cause I would hate for that to ruin the viewing experience. Anyway, the chemistry between the two is as strong as ever, and I can't wait to see the story continue and their relationship rekindled. Number 7. Reset. The first episode of Reset finally dropped, and while it's still early to predict where the story will go, I have to say I already love it. This was, without question, one of the strongest first episodes I've seen in a long time. I had a feeling that I'd enjoy this one as it was on my list of most anticipated series from the moment it was announced. But even then, I didn't expect to be this invested so quickly. Honestly, since Top Form, no series has quite reignited that same spark of excitement for me until now. The acting from the leads is phenomenal. The chemistry between them is magnetic. Even though we've only seen a few moments between them, I found myself smiling every time they were on screen. That one scene where they finally speak, I could feel how deeply TD is in love with Armin. Peter Pan's delivery in that moment was so beautifully subtle. I have to give him credit. He's completely embodying the role. I have to admit, I was really into Pon's longer and messy hair. It was a bit sad to see it go so quickly. And yes, I've already rewatched the episode twice. Waiting a whole week for the next one might be a struggle. I'm also excited to see First take on a character unlike anything he's done before. And having Bomb back on screen again honestly feels like a long-awaited return. And I'm excited. All in all, if the rest of the series continues at this level, we're in for something truly special. I'm so ready to see how the story continues. That brings us to the end of the video. I'd love to hear which ongoing BL series you're currently enjoying and look forward to each week. Drop your favorites in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.